Hi, this is Josh with Fight Bad Medicine. Today I want to talk to you about leaky gut, aka increased intestinal permeability. So I'm going to teach you today how to test for leaky gut and how to treat leaky gut. In order to understand what leaky gut is, we first have to understand what the gut is and what its function is. The gut simply is the GI tract. That includes the stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine. This helps us to digest our food, absorb our food, and eliminate any toxins or any waste from the body to excrete it. Now, the gut has a barrier. It's called an epithelial cell barrier. It's a mucosal barrier between the gut and the rest of the body. It separates the gut from the rest of the body because anything we put into our gut, we don't necessarily want it to go into the rest of our body. So it creates that protection. Now, the body has to allow nutrients to get into the bloodstream. And so the gut allows you to do that because it has these tight junctions which allow nutrients to pass from the gut, get absorbed, and get into the bloodstream. And vice versa with toxins. Toxins that are in the rest of the body are traveling through the bloodstream, and the body's able to excrete it through the gut, so it passes through the tight junctions and then is excreted into the gut every time you go to the bathroom. Now, these tight junctions, again, are tight junctions. However, when the gut is exposed to certain things, these tight junctions can open up. So this includes toxins like harmful pathogens, bacterial pathogens, viral pathogens, overgrowth of even good bacteria can cause this. Overgrowth of candida can cause these tight junctions to open up. The wrong foods, if you are sensitive to certain foods or allergic to certain foods like gluten or dairy, sugar, they're going to open up the gut. If the gut is inflamed, if you're eating the wrong foods or there's just too many pathogens to handle, these tight junctions are going to open up too wide. The problem with that is twofold. Number one, everything that's supposed to stay inside the gut is now going to leak into the rest of the body. That's number one. So the toxins that are supposed to be excreted now go into the rest of the body. Now the body's immune system gets alerted and eventually can lead to autoimmune disease, but also chronic disease. Secondly, all the nutrients that are supposed to go from the gut into the bloodstream can now leak back into the gut and then get excreted, so you're not absorbing nutrients properly. So two things. The toxins that are supposed to be excreted are now getting reabsorbed into the body, and the nutrients that are supposed to be reabsorbed into the bloodstream are now being excreted. So you've got a double-edged sword over here. Now, how do we test for leaky gut? So we have a test called zonulin. It's a protein that has been found to open up these tight junctions. It's as a result of could be bacterial overgrowth or pathogens, or gluten has shown to be to increase zonulin, and these open up the tight junctions. The idea, the body's really trying to protect itself and is trying to kind of release these toxins. However, it has also given us a way to test for leaky gut. So zonulin's a great test. The issue is that if you have digestive issues or any autoimmune issues, it's very likely that you have leaky gut. So I don't necessarily test for zonulin in our practice. If a patient will request it, I'll definitely do it. But it doesn't really get us anywhere. It's the same thing for cholesterol. If I test for cholesterol, okay, so your cholesterol is high. Now what? I mean, I have to see your thyroid function. I have to see the levels of your hormones. I have to see how your liver is working. So there's different underlying aspects. Just to see what your cholesterol is doing doesn't really help much. Like, you're just kind of seeing the end product. We actually want to see what came before that. So we want to see if the gut is inflamed. So within a stool test, you can also do tests for like calprotectin that can tell you if there's irritable bowel disease. It'll differentiate Crohn's and ulcerative colitis from something like IBS. We have another great test called secretory IgA, which tells us what the immune function is like in the gut. Are you battling these organisms properly? Are you battling them enough that the gut doesn't have to open up? Remember that before the gut handles the pathogens, you have a microbiome that can face these pathogens on a daily basis. However, if there's gut dysbiosis and the gut microbiome is not intact, now the gut has to face it. So we want to see what the immune system is like inside the gut. Remember, most of our immune system in our body runs along the gut. We have something called the GALT, the gut-associated lymphoid tissue, that handles these pathogens. So we have to see what the immune status is in the gut. So secretory IgA tells us that if it's too low, the immune function is too low. If it's too high, that means there's something causing the immune function to run wild. So that's another fantastic test. We also can do anti-gliadin antibodies to see if gluten is at play here, if gluten is creating the opening of these tight junctions. There's another test, eosinophil protein X, that Genova runs, and that test is great to see if you have any food sensitivities. Maybe you have to do an elimination diet. Maybe it's just you're eating the wrong foods that are creating the leaky gut. And obviously you have to look at the different gut microbes and to see if there's too overgrowth of bacterial overgrowth or candidal overgrowth, if there's parasites. So all these things can cause leaky gut. So you kind of want to see what the cause is. First line, what you can do, even before testing for leaky gut, is you could work on repairing the mucosal barrier and increasing the immune function of the gut. So I recommend products that have L-glutamine, deglycerized licorice, aloe vera. So there's a couple products. There's Orthomolecular has one. Designs for Health has one that's a little bit more comprehensive, has some antiviral properties, but basically it's building back the mucosal barrier. So it's repairing the gut. It also has L-glutamine, which helps feed the enterocytes, which are the gut cells. So those are really, really great products. So the Designs for Health product is called GI Revive, and the Orthomolecular product is called GlutaShield. Orthomolecular just got the rights to another product. It's called SBI Protect. So there's a prescription called Interrogam, which basically are immunoglobulins found in the bovine serum. And these immunoglobulins have been shown even better than colostrum to increase the immune system and to increase the effectiveness of the immune system and to build up the mucosal barrier again through introducing these immunoglobulins. And so once you kind of tear away those pathogens, you know, by boosting the immune system in the gut, and together with repairing the gut with L-glutamine, deglycerized licorice, aloe vera extract, that is a fantastic beginning. That's really going to help seal the gut. So even if you have to do the gut test later and you see that there are certain pathogens, your gut is now kind of sealed and ready to take on those pathogens. And when you start eliminating those pathogens, a lot of toxins are released, they'll stay in the gut. I still recommend you do these, have these products on hand, the ones with L-glutamine and the IgG, like the GlutaShield, the GI Revive, the SBI Protect, while you're even eliminating the pathogens in order to maintain the mucosal barrier and to do it after that. But even without testing, there are things right away you can do. And obviously, you want to fix the underlying issues. So go back, watch the video for 10 tips for healthy digestion. That's usually a culprit, not chewing the food well, eating too fast, eating too late. That can open up the gut and creates sensitivity to foods. And you just want to get enough sleep. That helps boost the immune system. And you also need to work on mood, because that also, when anybody's stressed out, that definitely decreases immune capabilities. So you definitely want to take care of the core issues too. That's very, very important in addition to supplementing with a couple of things. You can try probiotics. If there's bacterial overgrowth, sometimes it can make it a little bit worse. You want to make sure, but at least you want to make sure to get a probiotic that doesn't have prebiotics, just in case it might push that bacterial overgrowth. But a probiotic is definitely a good idea to help boost the immune function in the gut, because it'll push out, when you introduce the good microbiome, it pushes out other pathogens. So we've got a great plan here. Work on the underlying issues, whether it's your food, how you eat it, what you eat, including sugar and gluten and dairy. Get enough sleep. Work on mood, work on stress, and these couple of supplements that have a glutamine, deglycerized licorice, aloe vera extract, including GlutaShield or GR Revive, and taking a product like SBI Protect to boost the immune system with immunoglobulins, and to take a probiotic that can help combat and push out the bad pathogens. So this is Josh with Fight Bad Medicine. Comment if you have any questions, and like us, subscribe so you can keep getting our videos and updates, and visit our website arcwellnesscenter.com for more blog posts from other practitioners that also have great information to share. We just want to share this great information with the masses to get people healthier any way we can. So have a great day, and thank you for listening.